Welcome back to Design Bundle's YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal, and today I'm going to show you a couple of t-shirts that would be a great item to sell. So for example, I'm using two SVG files. This is an SVG or a PNG that would be great to sell, so you could do a couple of t-shirts here. So both of these are plus credit, so if you guys are a plus member, you guys can get this for 1+ credit. So for this design here, you could make t-shirts like this. So these are adult t-shirts, but you could also do this on, you know, small baby, like a onesie and a toddler t-shirt. You could do this for, you know, grandma and her sister. Also, besides the t-shirts, you could do acrylic keychains, you could do coffee mugs. So not only cutting this out in adhesive vinyl, what I would highly recommend with this design is sublimating it. So I would sublimate this on coffee mugs. You could do tumblers. I mean, the list goes on with just these two designs. So for example, you have two designs, but you can sell it in tons of different sizes, shapes, and then once again, keychains, mugs, all of those things with just these two little guys that are 1+ credit. So for 2 credits, you have an entire store. You could create an entire Etsy site with these two designs. Once again, hoodies, the list goes on. So let's go ahead and get going. So I'm going to do these t-shirts here. Now, what's really pretty about this is I really love this natural tone color t-shirt. So these right here are from Gildan. These are heavy, but you could definitely look for like a Bella canvas and things like that. But I definitely love this style. Now, another thing is with the t-shirts, you could do different colors. So I could do this on a black t-shirt with white HTV, so on and so forth, you know, light pink with a blue. So I really like this with this. This right here is a neutral tone, like I said, but this is a matte gray. So I just thought this color combo here was gorgeous. And then when I sold these, what I would do is I would wrap the middle of the t-shirt with a piece of like wrapping paper per se. I'll show you guys here in just a second at the end. And I would tie it off with a piece of twine. So I'll show you guys at the end what I mean, just to make it that extra cute. Okay, so here we go. So what we're going to do is I'm going to find my center just like I normally do. So I'm going to fold this in half. And what I'm doing is I'm going by the circle. I'm not going all the way out here. So normally we want to find, I'm not going all the way to this. I'm finding the center of my circle, if you will. You're going to pinch it. You're going to be able to find the center just like that. Now, another thing I want to point out, you can tell that this is matte HTV because this is like a frosted. Anytime you guys have a frosted top like this, it's usually a matte. All right, so next thing we want to do is we want to come down around 3 fingers or so, just like so. So I just want to center this up. And another thing I want to point out is, because this one's for my sister and then the other one is for me, this is a smaller t-shirt and the other one is like a large. So I actually made the design the exact same size. Instead of making this one smaller and then the large a bigger one, I made them the same because when we stand next to each other, I want them to be identical. So that's something to keep in mind whenever you guys do these. For example, obviously a baby onesie and a taller t-shirt would want to be different, but I would recommend with t-shirts is keeping them about the same if you can. All right, so here we go. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take my bigger Cricut Easy Press. I've got it at 315 for 30 seconds. I've got my Cricut pad underneath, and we're ready to go. Once again, you could definitely use your Cricut heat press. We're going to go over this for 30 seconds, and then we'll flip it again for 15 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. All right, and we are about done. All right, just like so. Now, another thing I do want to say is I do believe that this is Starcraft. They're Soft Flex and matte. So I'm going to go ahead and pill. And I mean, look at how gorgeous this color is. This color combo is everything. So darker gray, I will try to link you guys to the exact gray that I use down below, as well as this natural t-shirt if you want. I think these t-shirts are like $2. So you definitely can't beat it. Such a great item to get into. The profit would be an amazing turnaround. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set this one aside here. We'll bring it back in a minute. So let's bring in the next one. So the next one here, we have a bigger t-shirt. So I'm gonna bring it in. This one's actually a soft style. So this is Gildan soft style. I do love soft style over the heavyweight. It's a lot softer. So I'm gonna go ahead and just smooth this out. So I wanna go ahead and get this just like so. So I'm just trying to make sure everything is straight. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out my moisture. So I do think I skipped that step a while ago. You definitely want to make sure you smooth everything out so you can see all those wrinkles. So you can see by doing this first for just around 5 to 15 seconds, you're going to smooth everything out and we're going to pull out that moisture. You always want to do that. You don't want to skip that step. All right, so we're gonna go to the next one. So like I said, it's funny because my sister's t-shirt was a medium and she's the bigger sister, so it's like big and then little on the little one. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna find the center of my circle. So anytime you're working with a design like this where some floral goes on the outside, find the center of the circle, not the whole design. All right, so we're going to get this here for around 3 fingers down or so. All right, just kind of eyeballing, making sure everything looks straight. I think that looks great. And then we're gonna go on top. So I think this design would look great. So if you created an entire Etsy store, for example, you could create it on that more craft look, like craft paper, you know, that vintage type look, if you will, more neutral tone. So if I did some keychains with this, I would put the keychains on white and then brush on some chalk paint on the back, you know, for example, like a blue or a pink and things like that, and keep the whole design like a whole thing going on. And it would be amazing. So definitely a great item to sell. All right, so we've pressed that once again for 30 seconds. And we're going to pill. Gorgeous. I love matte. If you guys have not tried matte HTV, you guys have got to check it out. All right, so we're going to flip these back over and we're going to press again for 15 seconds. So you always want to flip your t-shirt over when you're using your Cricut Easy Press. You don't need to do this for a big heat press. If you're using a heat press, you only need around 305 for around 11 seconds. So less temp, less time with a big heat press. All right, looks good. All right. I'm going to fold this like so. All right, let me bring this one back in because I don't remember us flipping this over. Let's press this one more time, and then I'm going to show you guys how I would wrap them if I was going to sell them. All right. Now, once again, this would be cute too. If you were going to make these to sell them inside a boutique store too, would be really cute as well. Once again, it's not just thinking about a certain age group. You know, it could be teenage sisters as a Christmas gift, you know, Mother's Day for her sisters. And, you know, like I said, if it was a baby with a, you know, if you were announcing a baby's, one was on a onesie and one was on a, you know, toddler t-shirt and things like that. So for example, I would fold my t-shirts like this. I'm going to bring this one back a little bit, bring this in, and then bring it back. All right, so I'm going to fold them like this. All right, I'm going to go ahead and scoot this guy out of our way for a second, just so I can give you guys a couple ideas. All right, now I probably would find some craft paper is what I would do. Once again, I would keep my style the same. All right, so I'm actually going to, I think this will fold all the way around it. So I've already folded in half, and I'm going to fold it in half again. All right, so once again, trying to keep this together so nothing kind of pops out there, okay? So something about like this is what I would do. Then from here, once I have this centered, sorry guys. Okay, so once we had it centered, a couple things. You can either A, fold it over like this, take you some super cute washi tape. I would do it like this and just add a super cute piece of like washi like this, and then put it inside of their bag for you know, for shipping and things like that. I think wrapping them like this would be absolutely gorgeous. Once again, doing like a craft paper with this color would be cute. You could put your logo, your sticker logos on here, right here in the center would be gorgeous. Or once again, I was talking about that twine. I would do something like this to where I would wrap it maybe twice, pull tight, okay? And then cut this. And then maybe tie it right about here like so with a sweet little bow like this. So you could definitely still do the twine as well as the piece of washi on the tape, or you could just do the twine like this. So I think it's gorgeous. So I think that would be super cute and another great item to sell. Once again, throw this on the coffee cups, but I would definitely, with this intricate of a design, I would highly recommend sublimating it. I would stick with, you know, changing the sublimation color. You could do, you know, black, greens, a really pretty olive green, or a really soft pink would be gorgeous. So once again, if you have this one design, changing the color of the t-shirt, changing the color of the HTV, putting it on the acrylic keychains, the coffee mugs, all of the things, you could create an entire store with these two designs. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.